of Devon in third, 14.37. Well, the next event on the track, the Interboys 100-meter hurdles. The athletes to look out for here in lanes 3, 4 and 5. Ofanagoro, Porter and Ashby. Well, there is Nick Ofanagoro of Sussex, the winner of the Southern Under-17 title this summer. He's got a lifetime best of 13.27. The championship record, by the way, held by Jack Meredith of Merseyside, 12.70, when he won this title 2 years ago up in Gateshead. There's Jake Porter of the West Midlands, the junior champion from 2 years ago, so seeking his second title at this level. And there is Blade Ashby of London, the 13:30 man, 7th in this intermediate boys final 12 months ago, so taking a second bite at the cherry. So 8 men lined across the track. Let's go through the lineup from the inside. Walker of Lincolnshire, Higgins of Devon, Ofanagoro of Sussex, Porter of West Midlands, Ashby of London, Yardy of Surrey, King of Devon and Everest of Cambridgeshire. Well, there was a bit of movement there in the block, so we're going to have another false start. Well, let's see who is guilty of that false start. Well, you can see the card being raised in the face there of Blade Ashby, so one of the favourites has a warning. Well, you could see the false start there from Blade Ashby, so the Herne Hill Harrier. A little flicker there, and Blade Ashby well into his running on his inside. Jake Porter, and Ashby is running very well indeed, and Ashby is stretching his legs and moving clear. Ofanagoro's having a decent run as well, but Ashby it is who takes it. Ofanagoro, I think, got second place, so he caused the false start, but he didn't allow it to unsettle him, and look how happy he is. Well, he's running all the way round to the 1500-meter start. Blade Ashby of London, struggling to come to terms with what he's achieved, and particularly after the trauma of that false start. So Blade Ashby, 7th in the final 12 months ago, is the champion here.
Well, Blade Ashby got away really well there, and a class athlete. He's a heptathlon, of course, as well. And some of these athletes we're seeing here this afternoon, as we said earlier, may not necessarily specialise in this distance in a few years' time. But Blade Ashby is definitely a very good hurdler, and he's down at trackside with Mark Richardson.
Well, we'll go to Mark in a moment. Blade Ashby still celebrating down there. An outstanding all-round athlete, as Mike was saying. He's a national heptathlon champion, and he's now a national schools 100-meter hurdles champion. Well, he was saying an awful lot to himself. Let's hope he shares it now with Mark Richardson down at trackside.
Well, Blade, that was a fine victory, and you showed real mental toughness, being able to put aside that false start. How were you able to do that?
I don't know, I just try and stay confident and just try and not to think about any of the competitors. I just run my own race, just focus on what I'm doing. you know, just what I'm doing right and not what I'm doing wrong.
Now, I'm sensing this race mean quite a bit to you because there was an outpouring of emotion as you crossed the line. What was going through your head?
Well, originally I didn't want to come for English schools for hurdles. I wanted to go for high jump, and I didn't think I'd get anywhere in hurdles. So to win it, it's just like, wow. And I don't even know the time, so I'm guessing it was fast.
I'm getting the sense that you're still trying to make sense of that whole experience. It was an incredible.
It was very incredible. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it's just happened.
Well, I can assure you, it's not a dream. It happened. You're the champion. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, life's great when you've got a bit of talent, isn't it? Wanted to come here as a high jumper. They sent him as a hurdler, but he still won. What a performance that was there from Blade Ashby. 13.18 his winning time. We'll bring you the full result when we've got it, but that was a fair old event, wasn't it, Mike?
Yes, it was, and as we were saying, you know, some of these athletes are being very well coached. They're not being told to specialise too early on. And we've seen that in a couple of the girls' hurdles as well. If you look back on the past as well, it's probably a really good background for people like Blade Ashby, who ran 13.18 for the 100-metre hurdles in the interboys. But Blade Ashby, well, Martin, if you were looking at an athlete in terms of style and performance, he really is quite a solid athlete. He's an all-rounder, you can see that. And 13.18, he smashed his personal best this afternoon, and he probably thinks it's only his third event.
Nick Offeragoro there in second place with 13.22. That too is a lifetime best performance. And Joe Yardy coming through for Surrey. He picks up bronze. His time 13.32, and that too a personal best run.